So last week I was a little worried whether I'd find enough content to keep these new releases videos going as frequently as I'd like, but at least this week that's certainly not something we have to worry about. If you're wondering what new content J-Horror has for us, then let's dive right on in. And if you're only interested in one aspect, like games or books or movies, you can use the chapters to skip ahead. 1. When it comes to movies, we have a brand new Honton ni atta kawaii hanashi film that came out on August 1st. This one's titled Zoku Jikobukken Geinin, or Zoku Stigmatized Property Entertainer. Stigmatized property stories seem to be all the rage at the moment, and this movie features 3 shorts that are all centered around that. No word of when or if this will get subbed in English, but if you're interested in checking out the trailer, you can find the link in the description. 2. Moving on to TV, we have a new TV series coming from Kondo Ryota, who did the magnificent Missing Child videotape film that I just reviewed on the channel. This one's called Kinky Archive, or Taboo Archive, and it started airing on August 1st. This is not a psychic documentary, the tagline tells us, and it's about some strange photos found on a CD-ROM that were taken at an abandoned building somewhere. This looks right up my alley, so I'm hoping I can find a way to watch it soon too. And again, you can find a link in the description to the trailer. 3. We have a bunch of new magazines coming out this month. First, we have the Honkoa September 2025 edition, which came out on July 24th. Honkoa is a manga compilation magazine, so if you're looking for random short stories, look no further. Then we have the Honton ni atta Yukai na Hanashi Kyofu Premium Summer 2025 special, another mouthful that came out on July 24th. This one again seems to have a focus on stigmatized properties, as they are indeed all the rage. The September edition of the same magazine also came out on July 30th. The September edition of Shousetsu Gendai, or present-day novels, also came out on July 22nd. This is a horror special for summer, and features all sorts of short stories and interviews with current horror novelists. Then we have the September edition of Moo, out on August 7th. This issue focuses on UFOs and various government/military encounters with them, so if you're into aliens, they're waiting for you. You can also find the usual Moo stuff in there, so if you're a Moo reader, you know what to expect at this point. It's very sensational and tabloidy, but that's why people buy it. And finally, the Saikyo Shinde Spot Complete Guide, or Most Frightening Ghost Spot Complete Guide, came out on July 29th. As you might expect from the title, this takes you on a visual guide through 100 different haunted locations around Japan, and features some interviews as well. I might have to pick this one up myself. 4. We have a lot more books for you this week as well. Ikebukuro Kaidan came out on July 31st. This one features various short stories collected by 2 ghost storytellers who live in the area. So, if you're a fan of that particular part of Tokyo, there's no doubt some good local stories in there. Next, we have Kyofu Bako Ubusuna Hyaku Monogatari, or Fear Box Local 100 Scary Stories, which came out on July 30th. This one is a collection of 100 scary stories from various localities all around Japan that relate to people's particular hometowns. I'm certainly intrigued by this one, so I think I'll be checking it out. Then we have Tenkan, which roughly translates to Sky Coffin, out on July 30th. This one's a short story collection by upcoming horror writer Kuramatsu Hiroshi. And finally, there's Trauma Kaidan Roku, also out on July 30th. This appears to be another short story collection with a special emphasis on psychological horror. So, if you need more of that, check it out. 5. And now, some new manga releases. First up is Volume 2 of Hitokui Danchi, or Cannibal Apartment Complex. This one came out on July 28th, and is about a couple who move into an apartment building where, it seems, lots of people keep disappearing. I'm gonna guess from the title that they're, probably being eaten. Anyway, this one's set in the Showa era, so my interest is piqued. Next is Do Kutsu Ningen, or The Caveman, Volume 2, out on July 28th. This one's about a group of friends investigating a local cave, where a legend of a monster or god or something exists. And judging by the cover, they're about to enter the find out part of the equation. Then we have Ikenie Kazoku, or Scapegoat Family, Volume 5, out on July 28th. This one's about a guy marrying into a family with all sorts of strange rules and customs, and I'm guessing sacrifices are involved somehow. Kurayami Girls Talk Volume 2 is out on August 6th. This one's a manga adaptation of a book by Akeno Kairuko, with this volume focusing on the story Straw Doll. Kurono-san wa Okoruto ga suki, or Kurono-san Loves the Occult, Volume 2 is out on August 22nd. This one's about a mysterious girl who keeps dragging a boy, Yuki, to various haunted spots, even though he has no idea who she actually is. They just met on the internet. These things happen, I guess. And finally, we have a new web manga with the title Anomaly with a Radius of 45 centimeters. A woman gets into an argument with her boyfriend and shoves him off a cliff. Again, these things happen. But then one day, he shows up again, even though he's supposed to be dead. You can read the first chapter for free right now, but obviously it's in Japanese. You can find that link in the description. 6. And finally this week, I've dug up a horrifying number of video games that may or may not be to your liking that have recently come out, so let's get into them. The next installment in the Broken Law series, Unfollow, has been announced. There's no release date as of recording this video, but if you enjoyed their previous games, I'd say you've got something new to look forward to now. Forbidden Ground, Lair of Ao Oni was also just announced, again with no release date yet. This one's set in an abandoned school with a horrifying history, and although I've never played an Ao Oni game, I'm liking the looks of this one. I'll be keeping an eye on it. Being Adrift, followed by Being Stranded, is the rough translation of a Japanese-only game I recently found. Chances are good I've already played this for the channel, or if that video hasn't gone up yet, it will be soon. This was developed by a single 19-year-old and takes you on an atmospheric walk through a secluded forest house. This one came out on August 1st. A demo for Raptor is now up. This one appears to be What If Dino Crisis, but slender, the 8 pages. Collect materials in a lab while being stalked by a raptor. If that sounds interesting to you, you can check out the demo now, and the full game is set for release this November. Migakami Kagami, Reviver, came out on July 31st, but this is another one that's currently only in Japanese, no English. This one is set in a rural hospital, where a legend of divine abductions by a deity named Migakami-sama has been passed down. The protagonists are caught up in the divine abduction. It's an RPG Maker game, so if you're into those, perhaps check it out. It's free. The Aquarium Does Not Dance Special Edition came out on July 31st, and is a remake or upgrade, as they're calling it, of a free game that was released last year. Now it's fully voiced. There's a new scenario, and it's also available in English. This is a horror adventure game in which a girl who misses her best friend searches for her in an aquarium that has turned into a terrifying world. I hear the translation of this one is quite good, so if that sounds like your sort of thing, then perhaps check it out. The Trials Chapter 1 also came out on July 31st. This is a choose-your-own-adventure style visual novel that's available fully in English, and is just part of a series, although it's fully standalone, and the series can be played in any order, apparently. I'll probably be checking this one out for the channel, so stay tuned. Don't Allow Food Waste! Mottai Nai Ghost, also out on July 31st, looks absolutely outstanding, and is also available in English. It's a ghost story rooted in Japanese culture, and Your goal is to escape from the mansion, but standing in your way is leftover food. By eating leftovers, your stomach level increases, allowing you to consume even larger portions. Efficiently leveling up your stomach is the key to escaping. Literally, say no more. I'm sold. The Death Forest came out on July 30th, and this one's set in the Sea of Trees. This one is a psychological horror game set in a cursed forest where hallucinations blur reality. Solve puzzles, survive terrifying visions, and uncover the truth behind the legend before you lose your... I don't know what the next word is there because that's all they posted. But perhaps that's also part of the mystery. Who knows? The Rotting Man also came out on July 30th. Reviews for this one seem mixed so far, but it was created entirely by a 16-year-old solo dev, so keep that in mind. It's described as a psychological horror game that depicts a protagonist working as a clerk in a Japanese internet cafe. I'm very sure working at an internet cafe actually is psychological horror, but this is another one I'll be checking out myself for the channel, so if you're interested but not sold yet, perhaps wait for that video. Otherwise, if you'd like to support a young solo dev, go grab it yourself now. And finally, Shikioku, from the creator of the Tsugunohi series, also came out on August 4th. This one's a little more than simply holding left, and totals around 10 hours of gameplay in 9 episodes. A full-scale drama-style horror adventure game where the protagonists, paranormal detective Yumemi Teru and his sister, Yumemi Luna, who possess the special ability Dream Link, to enter the dream worlds created by ghosts after death, solve spiritual cases occurring in the city. If that intrigues you, it's out right now. That's it for this week's new releases, but again, I'd like to open up comments for a free-for-all Friday where you guys discuss what you're currently watching, reading, etc. So let me know down below. And if there's anything you know of that's not mentioned in this video, please feel free to drop it in the comments below too. But until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.